What's up? I want to do a reading. I'm actually on a mountainside. You can tell I'm pretty high. I feel like it's gonna be totally good. I'm not gonna lose any of the cards. That's at least my intention. I've got some crystals to put on them. Let's see. Oh, I like having the trees, you know? So, got this little banana and some stones. We're gonna set the intention that only, this would be my wish, only the people who benefit from this see this. The author of this book of cards is Alana Fairchild. I think she's pretty popular. The tattoo artist who did my little arrow, I don't know if you can see it, but she was one of the first people I know who was into this lady. That friend had some shit go down. She was in some dark spaces. You know, it happens, but yeah, we're gonna pull 3 cards, and I'm gonna put 3 stones, and then you can pick which one resonates with you, and just maybe give that one a little focus, a little attention, if that inspires. This is the Stony Point reading. Mars just entered Capricorn, so I figured it was like an appropriate kind of a thing to do, just because it's the mountain goat, you know? I don't know how it is in your chart. Feel free to book a session if inspired, of course. But let's do this. We're going to do light work or oracle around this Mars and Capricorn energy. We'll have 3 rocks. Okay, we're going to do 1. First will be green. That one. Okay, I guess the second one's gonna be 2 cards. So if you want a double, that's blue. We'll see what happens for the last one. It's gonna be a lot of reading, but you know, maybe people want to watch content about astrology and all that. So let's see what happens. This one's not really, oh, we'll take that one. Yellow. So, what I'll start by doing is showing you what we've got. The banana is not a crystal. For purposes of green. My friend Jules and I did this on our live recording recently. It's kind of cute. So this one has 2. So we got green, blue, and yellow. We'll start with green. So, take a moment to see which one resonates with you. But, you know, I think it's more fun if you will just choose one of them now before you see which one it is. Which one do I choose if I'm going to play the game? These are light work or oracle, so I don't really think any of them are going to be negative, per se. Mars in Capricorn is not negative in astrology. Mars is a malefic planet, so that means stuff's going to go down, but Capricorn can handle it. It's like, Capricorn's one of my favorite signs because of its ability to just sort of deal with hard shit. Like Saturn rules Capricorn in traditional astrology or tropical astrology, traditional Hellenistic. I don't know how everyone talk about it, but it can make sense. So like, if Capricorn is slow and steady Earth, ruled by the planet Saturn, which is all about restriction, limitation. It's like the upholding the rules and the limitations of reality is kind of how I'm dealing with it, how I'm beginning to understand it. The limitation, the boundaries, it does well working with established systems, steady systems. And it's still Earth though, so I associate it with like day-to-day existence, work, that kind of stuff. The maintenance of society, established systems and traditions. Yeah. I don't know if banana's biodegradable. There are like fucking cans laying around here though, so pretty sure this is more biodegradable than that. But I don't want to litter. I need to like look up the official policy on it. I think it's an organic banana, so hopefully it's not gonna fucking do any negligent stuff, but okay. Well, the green is said to go with the heart space, and I've been having a lot of stuff with that. So part of me feels like maybe I would reach for that one. It's very beautiful. That's an option. Blue. Man, I'm like gripping in my hand. Blue is pretty. Blue is a pretty stone. I think I'm gonna go with green. So I'm gonna go first. The one I want. Okay, let's do it. In reverse, the seventh ray of ritual, order, and ceremony. It's in reverse. I'll show it to you first in reverse. It's very, very lovely. It's got this like woman just like totally reaching to the heavens, you know? A group of women maybe, or is that a man? I'm not sure. But just that feels like an open heart to me. Seventh ray of ritual, order, and ceremony. Okay, let's read about the 44th card in the deck. The seventh ray of ritual, order, and ceremony. How many cards are in this deck? 44. It's the last one. The first shall be last, they say, don't they? Okay. All right. When the gift of the seventh ray enters your life, something new is being formed. Something that will benefit your world. There may be an increased interest in magic, ceremony, and ritual for healing purposes, resonating with high-frequency violet light and the archangel, I don't know. Zadkiel, seventh ray, also helps transmute energy from lower to higher frequencies. It is a spiritual cleansing agent that allows the truth of spiritual freedom, empowerment, and choice to be seen and felt, restoring hope and joy to the heart. It's interesting. The seventh ray is very active upon the earth at this time. All of humanity is being affected by it. The seventh ray is the push-pull between the old and the new, the life that has been and can no longer continue in that form, and the new life that wants to evolve from the old. It honors traditions and ancestral wisdom that serve new life. When the seventh ray enters your life, you are asked to balance your attachment to what has been with an openness to the new. I have a jacket that's supposed to represent openness on my backpack. It is a time to fearlessly question what has been, honor what continues to hold value for you, and dismiss what no longer serves you. The seventh ray also creates form from invisible, intangible, spiritual energy. These are the inspired solutions and synchronicities that seem to come out of nowhere. They are signs of the divine order happening. The seventh ray brings an alignment with that divine order, And the more you are willing to invoke and allow that energy to bless you, the more your life will align with the genius of creativity, solutions, and loving opportunities the universe wants to bring to your world. It's interesting, the friend that I was talking about who did my tattoo, she said never invoke archangels because she thinks that when she did that, all this kind of shit happened. But I don't know. I don't really know what I believe about any of that kind of stuff. Like, she was definitely in a bad way. Like, she was in some low states, using all kinds of substances. Yeah, it was pretty gnarly. Yeah. I don't know how to invoke an archangel though, but I wouldn't know where to begin. Like, I get the idea of purification though. The gifts of ritual, order, and ceremony are ways to attract this energy. Conscious ceremony done in service to unconditional divine love feeds a need for sacred embodiment. It is the hunger within the soul that many seek to feed through religion, and others through the less conscious rituals of addiction. Interesting. Ritual can be something that keeps you stuck or opens you to the sacred, Choosing a spiritual practice to engage in on a regular basis, creating your own spiritual system, will help you call the genius of the seventh ray into your life. Your spiritual practice might be a daily prayer followed by a short conscious dance or yoga session, a meditation, a walk in nature, or some combination of these. Find what works for you. Do that regularly. Make it a priority. You can invite spirit into your life through a simple and ordered system that you do on a regular basis, even if only for 5 or 10 minutes a day. Then the new life, the new you, the order that brings an expansive idea to life in the world can happen. I'm beginning to worry I might run out of space for all 3 of these. This is a lot. It kind of feels like too much to read. But Mars and Capricorn can get it done. Let's see. The challenge with the 7th ray is not to become obsessed with the future, with the new to the extent that you forget about the valuable aspects of what already is. It is about developing what has value, not rejecting outright anything from the past. The past can teach us wisdom and help us create a more loving future if we allow ourselves to balance our passion for the future with a respect for what has been. The gift of the 7th ray is the ability to live in embodied divine presence. For humans who don't trust or even recognize the love of the divine in their hearts as yet, those who do are great supporters. The 7th ray empowers us to use loving ritual to invite divine presence to fill us and our lives. It also teaches us how to use our consciousness to clean up our own energy field and the energy field of the world around us, so the divine can show its face more clearly. The comfort of this can help free all beings from anguish and suffering. Invocation. I now accept of my own free will the blessing and grace of the 7th ray of ritual, order, and ceremony, and the assistance of the unconditional loving masters of this ray, the violet flame of Saint Germain and the archangel Zedekiel. I open to the magic of creativity, divine genius, and the ability to translate spiritual concepts into real-world experiences for the greatest good. May I discover and use my innate power for conscious and loving ritual and ceremony to enrich and invite spiritual presence into the world. May all beings feel safe and consciously held in a loving divine order, according to the great plan of love, through my own free will, so be it. When I read this, it's just sort of, nothing is happening. I don't feel emotionality to it. I don't feel like anything is different. The invoking of an angel and all that stuff. Like, it feels like I'm just reading words on a page. It doesn't feel like I'm doing that. But the very act of doing this is ritualistic in sorts. The thing about this book, this was the one that I grabbed, like I looked at them all and I was like, yeah, I'll take this one. But I noticed my energy is flat. Like when I read it, I'm not getting this like, lift. But it is interesting that it was associated with the heart. The blue stone, the next 2. Again, all of them are in reverse. Life Path, 20, and Star Child. Let me show the first reverse, because that's how they were. It's like a bam. 20 Life Path, 8 Star Child. I just don't know how to make this entertaining, and I don't know how to make it seem like I know more than I do about what's going to happen and all that shit. I just don't. I just know that my posture is suffering. So blue, number 20 is Life Path. So I'm going to do an abridged, just read the short part. Do you wonder about your divine life path and purpose? You have been enrolled in spiritual training. This training might be obvious in the form of a course you are undertaking, or hidden in a life lesson that is currently triggering your healing, learning, or growth. Whether it is obvious or not, successfully completing this training will empower you to fulfill your divine purpose this lifetime. Further clarity will be revealed to you. The universe promises that you shall know what you need at the perfect time and in a way you cannot miss. Interesting. Such faith-based statements. It's like they're empty, but our reality is pretty steady. It is what it is. Star Child. The light of the star exists in you. The earth wants you to share that light with humanity. You are asked to understand that you are meant to be here and that you have spiritual work to accomplish. Give up the idea that you belong somewhere else, to another home in the stars. Instead, let the starlight of your own inner being shine here on earth, where it shall make such a positive difference in the world. Fall in love with the earth's beauty. She can and will support you in all ways. So the Life Path Star Child combination for the blue. You're supposed to be here. You're supposed to be experiencing what you're fucking supposed to be experiencing. Whereas the other one is like, hey, the green stone that I chose was like, yo, you gotta make some fucking rituals for yourself. Ones that work for you, not for other people. Like, respect the past rituals, embrace the future ones, but like, come on, make it happen. Do what works for you. Get it done. Get it done. Do what works for you. Okay. Star Child and Life Path for blue. Okay. Last one. Yellowstone, for those of you, before this hopefully does not time out. Again, reversed. Earth Healing, number 38. Reversals to me just suggest we need to do some stuff to change the energy. This book doesn't have anything about reversals, but let's just reverse our perspective. And that makes sense. Like, my perspective right now is honestly a little bit like, whatever. I mean, but a person painted this, printed this. The stones are from somewhere. The banana was grown from me. This beautiful little leaf. Oh my God, it's just so adorable. It's just so beautiful. It's just so adorable. It just fills the frame so nicely, doesn't it? So Earth Healing. All right. 38. Earth Healing. And then soon it will be time to go. You are making a real You are making a real contribution to the planet through your spiritual journey. Remember this and believe that your needs will be generously met by the earth and the universe. What you are doing matters, and you will be supported. You will be supported keeps coming up. It's interesting. It's interesting. This is an interesting book. You may want to pick it up. I am finding that it's not stirring up much energy for me. So it may be time for me to donate this to someone else as a gift, just because it truly is not resonating so much with me. Because I just don't, but maybe I should investigate more. Master Hilarion and Archangel Raphael? Like, what? I mean, they're really interesting things. Paradigm shift makes sense. Life path, Star Child, Seventh Order, divine talents. I mean, they're really interesting pieces. They're beautiful. But I'm not feeling anything. He's kind of cute. Ascension, Rainbow Bridge. There's a lot of people just opening. Pink Rose. I mean, I guess this is me just sort of looking at them for karmic clearing before I give them to someone else. Invitation by water. Invitation to connect. Some of them are they're gorgeous paintings. And the words I feel empty. I feel empty to them. They do not resonate with me. It's like too much learning, too much. There's not a spark of interest. This is a beautiful card. Trust in the plan. Soul Child. Dark anger. Okay, I gotta bounce.